fire signs. Hello. Thank you so much for showing up. Yay, that's half the battle, isn't it? Thank you so much for showing up for this video. In this video, I will be taking a look at what kinds of energies you can be expecting once Saturn goes direct on the 29th of September, which just so happens to be today. Aries, excuse me, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you guys know that I usually drop timestamps within these elemental readings, but for this one I'm not going to, and the reason why is because I've noticed that Spirit tends to kind of give messages. For example, during Leo I may get a message for Aries and I may get a message for Sagittarius, so I don't do that anymore. So I would encourage you to watch the whole video, or you can flip forward if you want to take the risk and just look for the part of the table that corresponds to your pile, okay? All right, so as you guys may know, or some of you may not know, on September 29th, Saturn, our father in the sky, for whom we have a lot of fear, rightfully so, and some respect for teaching us lessons. Well, Saturn's going direct, and it's about time, because not only is he going direct, but he's also going to be finally splitting off from Pluto. And I read online that 2020, you know, aside from all other things that have been happening, is largely brought to us by their combination. So they're very heavy-handed. Think about father and uncle, let's put it that way. So they're going to be kind of splitting off, they're doing their own thing, and Saturn is going direct, and it's going to be in Capricorn until December. So basically, whatever your last minute lessons are, karmic lessons, lessons that you have been hounding you throughout this year, please, please, please try to continue working on them, because they may actually come back to haunt you a little bit, okay? Now, as a group, fire signs, I do want to look at some quick energies here for you as a group, and then I will move into the individuals. Okay, so guys, starting on the 29th, starting on or about the 29th, and on into the end of the year, if you are a fire sign, you may find yourself being goaded into learning about something, in particular learning the right way to do something, and also trying to, how can I put it? My thoughts are failing me right now, my articulation. Let's say, for example, that you struggle with paying your bills on time and doing your paperwork with the government. You might end up having to look at some fine print, and you might end up having to look at tutorials. You might end up being schooled, basically, or taught how to do it step by step the right way. But at the same time, you might find yourself having to actually do the thing. So you might be playing a little bit of catch up towards the end of this year if you have fire signs in your energy. But regardless of whether or not you have fire in your chart, if this reading has called to you and it resonates with you, then you're right on time and you're right where you need to be. Now, I think this could be very frustrating because I'm feeling a lot of Aries energy in here. And you know, Aries, we are impatient, which brings us to bling, the next card, quickening, because I'm seeing that, as you know, Mars is retrograde and we hate it. Mars is retrograde right now, and it's squaring off with Saturn. So basically, ouch. Basically, there's this idea of I need to like get stuff done. But at the same time, I'm being forced to stop and look at the details. So I'm feeling a lot of Aries energy here, to be honest. But thanks a lot, Mars. If you're feeling stressed out, you know there's a good reason for it. Please know that use this time to take a moment and dot your I's, cross your T's, whatever it is that you need to do, make sure that you do it properly. That's the thing that Saturn brings to us most of all. It's work ethic. It's paying attention to the details so they don't come back to haunt you. And sometimes we have to be honest, this action-oriented energy of Mars just pushes us to get stuff done, and sometimes it's sloppily done. So at the end of the day, you know you'll be doing a good job, but it's going to be frustrating. I see roots of abundance here as well for our fire signs, and the reason why, and it's actually linking over to this love connection here. So they're showing me that towards the end of the year, what's really happening is as you take your time and as you bide your frustrations here, you will actually be taking the action steps that are needed to I guess, put certain structures in place that will help you in life. So this is not only for abundance in terms of surviving in society financially, but also just in becoming I guess, a better human being, in becoming more authentic. That's what it is. And even, dare I say it, I dare, having more integrity. You say you're going to do one thing, do it. So I'm seeing less of a flaky energy. Now let's be honest, guys. Aries, Leo, Sag. Look, I'm an Aries sun. We flake. We flake at times. We flake at times, and sometimes we don't do a good job. Sorry, Sagittarius, I know you do a good job with a lot of stuff. Too close to Capricorn not to, right? But the rest of us, sometimes we just gloss over the details, and I feel like you just can't fake it this time, guys. You just can't. And I do feel that that may also be a nod to working on relationships within our lives as well. Taking the time with relationships, bringing more balance, learning where you, my dear, are off with the way that you relate to other people. Now, our advice card for fire signs for the rest, going into the rest of this year, is to surrender. Surrender to what? Anything and everything. Now, mainly surrender to the fact that things are just going to move at the pace that they feel like moving at. I know it's annoying, but it is what it is. And if you can get a handle on that frustration, then you're going to be fine. All right? So that's a little note to our fire signs. Let's jump into Aries. Thank you, dear God. Let's see what's up with the Aries people. Aries people, can I please just pick up this pile without feeling party? What are you guys doing? And I talked to myself in a room all alone, so I don't know where the party's at. I wasn't invited. Let's take a look. Oh, okay, I see. We've got the Ace of Wands, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Judgment card. But what I'm seeing here is there's the party. The party is having this notion, having an idea come to mind, be infused into your mind, and having it come to fruition, right? But I feel that in this process of receiving divine information, tapping into the cosmos, getting ideas, envisioning things for your future, becoming more entrepreneurially minded. Sound it out, sound it out. In doing all of that, I think what you're doing is giving birth to a concept that was most likely set in place before this lifetime for you, because I'm seeing it way out. If you've been struggling as an Aries, congratulations. You are in labor, and that's what's happening. But I feel like it's very important to take note that this sense of labor, this sense of energy, thank you God, that's waiting to be birthed, and that you're going through labor actually, and they pointed out laborious, that's where the word laborious comes from, because when you're in labor and giving birth to something, it's anything but easy. It's actually quite laborious. Now, it's important that it's coming through in 2020, because it's almost like you needed such a strong portal to be open, such a strong gateway of energy to be open, such as we've had it throughout 2020, for whatever this thing is that you're bringing into being here on the earth. Now, this is kind of giving me, I'm not saying you're a starseed or whatnot, but this energy that you're giving birth to, or making manifest on this planet, is so, it's very intricate. It's for some of you it's very technical, because I do feel that some of you come from I'm feeling that way out, wherever it is, very more technical minded galactic cousins. So whatever your species was or is, or wherever you've hailed from as a starseed, very technical minded. And so I'm feeling that whatever you're bringing forward is not only coming from a long distance, but it's coming in with a very specialized set of knowledge. For a lot of others of you, it may not be so technical minded. Sorry, I'm trying to channel and keep my English grammar straight. But it may not necessarily be that. It may be more creative and abstract. And they're saying what's making the labor pain so hard upon a lot of you guys is the moment where you're taking this very abstract energy that may not even be so cohesive in our mind of concreteness, and you're trying to bring it into being and make it concrete, okay? And so you see how I struggle just to articulate that alone. Imagine this very high vibe, very different. I don't even have English words to explain what I'm feeling. That's what you're trying to give birth to. So why not? The year 2020 is filled with all sorts of surprises. There are so many different energies coming onto the earth, leaving the earth, being spun and woven on the earth, that it just creates this primordial soup. And it's perfect for this kind of higher frequency, different energy to come through onto the earth. And my dears, if this sounds like what you've been going through this year, and for some of you the last 4 years leading up to this year as the actual labor, then you'll be happy to know that it's going to be given birth to. Here's the birth actually happening. Take a look. All right, there it is. Having that conception, calling it in, and then giving birth to it. But what I'm seeing is it, for some of you, this may be very actually hard on the vessel, is what the guides are saying. I was going to say physical body, but it's more than just a physical body. It's upon your energetic bodies as well, right? And so I'm feeling that a lot of you guys may be feeling laid out. Some of you may actually have physical pain. Some of you may have gotten sick, just whatever it is. But I'm also feeling, especially if you're Aries, a lot of you may have been having a burst of energy, right? And when I say, especially if you're Aries, I mean, if you're super Aries and you're not, in your natal chart, you have a lot of fire and it hasn't been tempered as much by some of the other signs, then you're probably feeling just this creative spark, boom, 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 boom. And to be going through right now where Mars is retrograde and then you have the influence of Saturn just pulling you back, I cannot only imagine the frustration. Imagine trying to give birth to this baby and the baby is like, for whatever reason, it's not coming out. So just trust in the process, okay, Aries? Now, I do want to break something nicely to you guys. Don't kill me. But notice that we do have 3 more months left, and this reading is all about what we can expect energetically within the next few months. So I don't know when each of you will quote unquote give birth to whatever this thing is, whatever this concept is that was set in motion from a long time ago. However, you can trust that it's going to be within the next 3 to 4 months is what I'm seeing. So for some of you, it might spill into January. I'm also getting a very Egyptian energy with this. So that's kind of them saying that not only has it been about a long distance, when we're trying to talk about where this concept is being pulled from, but also timing. So when we look at it, it's probably been a long time and a long distance. So please, please, please respect the journey is what they're saying. And they're saying to also, when you're in that moment of frustration, really try to find ways to soothe yourself, because they're giving us the analogy of, let's say there's a network of people on the ground in the world. You know, we watch movies, and there's a group of people working together, and they're each stationed somewhere in the world, but they each have their own part, right? Their job, one guy's the demolition guy, one guy's the safe cracker, one guy is the, security guy, whatever it is. Everyone has their job. But notice we're not overly engaged in wondering how this person's passing his day and how that person's passing his day. Why? Because we're here to focus on the job getting done and them working as a cohesive unit. Now, how they pass their own days and self-regulate and make sure that they get their job done is up to them. And so that's what they're trying to tell you, Aries. You're part of something larger that's much larger than you in the physical. And what you're involved in is intricate and it involves other people. And so you may be frustrated, but it's not to say it's no reason to kind of like go, but they're saying please find a way to self-regulate, self-soothe, whatever it is that you need to do, whether it's to read books, whether it's to dance, whether it's to seek counseling, whether it's to hang out with your friends, whatever it is, you have to focus on you so that you understand how to do that, okay? All right. So let's continue on. Let's look at these energies here. Now I'm hearing these words saying, I sit, therefore I am. So what Spirit is saying is never underestimate Aries people. Never, well, Never underestimate, comma, Aries people, comma, the power of meditation. But I know you Aries probably heard, never underestimate Aries people, right? Um, Aries people, never underestimate the power of meditation, because they say that you're so fiery sometimes, especially if you have multiple placements in fire signs, right? And so you need to find a way to to fan the flames in a way that don't lead to combustion, is what they're saying. And they're saying discreetly. Now, why are they saying discreetly? I feel that if you're watching this and this is resonating for you, I feel that you may, okay. I definitely got, for some of you, you're watching for an Aries, you cross watchers. Look, I know, I cross watch all the time. Not for Aries though. Secret. All right, so some of you are cross watching for Aries, so listen up really carefully. They're saying, Aries people, make sure that you handle your business discreetly. Now, what is your business? Self-soothe, nurture yourself, self-regulate discreetly, because I'm feeling that sometimes you may be blowing up and you're going all over the place. You know how Aries people are. I know, because I'm a sun sign Aries, right? Tempered, but still. And so it's like, it's kind of like, I have a bad mood. I'm just going to go everywhere and let everybody know and trample everything and lash out at this person and lash out at that person. Well, I'm glad I got that energy out. Hey guys, what's going on? And then no one wants to talk to you. That's the energy that they're saying. They're saying Aries, get out of that destructive mode. They're bringing us back. Wow, this is interesting. They're bringing us back to a civilization that I can only understand because it feels familiar, but I can't even place it in this lifetime. I don't know if it's on the planet of Mars or where and when, but it feels very much like the home of Aries, okay? Very much culturally like the home of Aries. And so maybe this was a cultural lesson that they had to learn, this needing to temper themselves. So they're saying that you have to understand that what you carry within you as an Aries is this blood, this bloodline, this dynamic, this energetic DNA, so to speak. And so you have to learn, they're saying, how to work the bodysuit. Okay, so just because you're here, thank you, Spirit, in the physical, in this body, doesn't mean that, you know, you're just moving on the needs of this physical body for here on Terra or Earth, whatever, right? No, you're carrying within you sacred bloodlines, they're saying. Some of you even royal bloodlines that come from way off planet with civilizations that have been developed for eons. And so within that rich energetic DNA and functioning as a culture and as a way of being. And so they're saying you have to not only get into a place of meditation in order to sit with it and to connect to these ways of being from, you know, back in the day, which is in line with how you quote unquote really are, but also to learn the secrets, and this is getting back to the word discreet, the secrets of those cultures. Because when you just, as an Aries, for example, when you just go off and you're kind of like a kid with this major energy suit that you don't even know how to use. So you have to reconnect with that knowledge that's within you by getting still, meditating, know that it's within you to connect to, and then connect to it. And with that, not only comes the knowledge of, I guess, how to self-regulate in that moment, but how to work that energy, how to work that Aries, that Martian Aries. May not only be Mars, I'm feeling, could be, I don't even know where. I mean, to our conscious mind, we're like, Aries, Mars. And it could very well be, but it could very well be somewhere else as well. To unlock those antiquities, the secrets of how to work the body, right? How to work the energetic suit. Otherwise, you're just kind of like a 9-year-old at the helm of a Ferrari. Oh dear God, let's not think about that. And so Spirit is asking you now, especially, oh my God, I was just going to say, especially as you're handling so many energies through these gateways that have been created. Look in here, look at this. This is literally a gateway. These gateways that have been created, or this big gateway, there's a major gateway that they're showing me. It could actually be a stargate, or, it's that huge. And they're saying energy is coming through from there. So that's possibly what's happening. You're being activated. Thank you, Spirit. You're being activated. So you need to, stop it, guys. stop. Okay, all right, okay. Major gateway. So you need to, when this, I think they're saying it's going to ramp up a little bit more. It's going to ramp up a little bit more because this is already what you're feeling. But boom, expect that. They're saying around the fall. This is the fall. Oh my God, guys, this is the fall. And look, they're saying you need to get still. You need to connect. You need to connect with that aspect of who you are. I do feel that for some of you, TBH, to be honest, you can get into the state of mind and connect and ground yourself on your own. But you know, guys, I keep it 100. I feel that some of you might need some type of guide, some type of helper, whether it's a shaman, whether it's a karate, you know, karate master, or some way to channel this energy. For some of you, it's gonna have to be more than just things like art and writing. No, it's got to be something physical for you guys. Somebody who can move energy for you. And I almost want to hit the table, but I'm not gonna do that, right? But someone who could boom ground you, because it's like boom ground you, and I'm just gonna act it out what I'm feeling. So it's like, I see your energy coming in, grab it, boom, straight into the whatever, the ground, and just pull that sucker down right under your feet. And you need somebody to do that for you. And usually, you know, you guys know me, I encourage self direction and self-working, use self-connection, but this is definitely an energy you're going to need help to connect with. And if this is for you, you're going to know. Now, speaking, oh, stop, look at that. Lay a solid foundation. Guys, they are not tricking us. Be spirit, sweet results await. So they're saying you're here on work. If you're vibing with this reading here, then you're here on work. And to be honest, the collective of people that I work with, who just find me, I don't find them, they find me. They are starseeds and mission workers. So they're always on mission. Even though I think I'm just giving them a third-party reading, it always points back to mission. So I do feel that you guys, if you're vibing with this reading here, you're here on mission, and they're reminding you that you're here to work. And so therefore, part of you being able to do your work requires that you get grounded and lay that solid foundation. Now, for some of you, I'm feeling that what you're going to be bringing through this portal, that once it's up and running, when I say up and running, it's already up and running. Once you have grounded yourself, and I said that at 22 minutes, 22 seconds, by the way, and you have connected to yourself, and you have gotten into that maturity, that mature, receptive being, grounded, receptive, transmission begin. Once you get into that energy, some of you will be bringing forth things that your soul has enacted or has begun at some different time in the past. Because remember, this is something coming from the past, and it's coming from far away. But for some others of you, it's not about you bringing in your own stuff. It's about you grounding and receiving what others are giving for you. I'm getting this idea of firefighters. Guys, so many Aries people, firefighters, right? Come on. Firefighters. Huh, interesting. Okay. The last time I just said firefighters, it got me to thinking about fighting fire as fire beings, right? So you guys are firefighters in many ways. Yeah, you are, this is for you. So the last card that's here for you guys, Aries, as Saturn goes direct into the rest of almost said the rest of the world. Yes, that's what that is. Thank you. Into the rest of the year and the world, because that's when we have that time and space coming together again. So this energy that's coming for you starting, you know, I guess now, because we're looking at it now, into the rest of the year and into the rest of the world, Aries, is intuition, right? But when I say intuition, it's the flow. So you're helping to usher in energies onto this earth, but you gotta get grounded first. And a lot of you guys are going very wonky right now. You have to get grounded, whether it's through your spirit guides directing you to somebody. You need some type of helper. A lot of you need some type of helper, okay? Yeah. Personally, I love this lovely lady named Misty. Some of you guys, if you've watched my videos and stuff, you know who. If you see me on Instagram, you know who. Misty is she works, she's on, Facebook, and her Facebook page is called Magic in the Cosmos. Misty does a lot of great work with grounding people, DNA activation. She did mine, and it was very well done, very professional, everything. So connect with her if this is vibing with you, so definitely worth it, because this is what's happening. That energy is going to be coming through, and you are supposed to receive it and help disseminate it throughout the world. Okay? Wow, Aries. Oh, I expected Leo to take up much of the time. No shade, Leo. You're next. All right. But Aries, that's what I have for you. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off now. God bless you. Thank you, Aries. And thanks myself, because I'm an Aries too. And I'm going to move on to Leo. Now, remember, Aries, you're invited to stay for the rest of the video, because maybe Spirit may make mention to you again, because this is a collective elemental reading. All right? Anyway, breathe, water, classily. And hit it. So fitting for Leo. Hit it. Leo, you've got quite a few cards here. What's going on? Let's take a look. Hope it's not drama. This feels like family drama. What's going on? Oh my God, Leo. Okay. Oh, seeing some grass is greener on the other side. Look, some of you are thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and then I'm seeing that you're starting to reconsider it now that you see that it's hitting the fan. Leo, stop playing games with my heart. Now, when I say that, that's literally the song that's coming into mind. I'm seeing that for some of you, you may have tried to walk away from you may have been giving to a situation for a while, really investing in a situation. It feels like a familial situation, but it could be romantic or some other thing. It could be, of course, corporate or some type of job, right? But I feel, or investment, yes, for some of you it's definitely investments, financial. But I see that you've been, a few of you, they're saying spiritual. A few of you could be a spiritual thing. We got all of you guys, right? They're saying here that it's like some of you may have been giving to something, because we see the Knight of Pentacles, and then you may have wanted, thanks guides, to walk away, and you're playing with it, but boom, you're starting to see what you thought was green grass. It's starting to come into into view, and look what it is. It's the Tower. Be careful. So I'm seeing a little bit of wobbling now. So we have this Queen of Swords wanting to get out, but now she's like, let me sit back. So for some of you, this could be you. Yeah, it feels, not to say fickle, because I don't want to underestimate, or let's say oversimplify, or not pay enough attention to your needs, because maybe what you've been living in has just been unsuitable for you, because maybe you don't feel like you have enough freedom in whatever your situation was, and you thought you were really trying to do something to improve your circumstances. But listen, I know that things are happening during 2020, but if this was just a frivolous move where it's like, well, I should go because this person doesn't listen to me. Look, you're about to catch some hands here with whatever that is, right? So be careful here. If you're going to make a move in 2020, make sure that it is definitely in your highest interest and not born of drama. Guys, I gotta keep it real. All right. Oh, that card. Come on. Don't lie. Don't hide. Don't lie. Don't lie. Look at her lying down. I'm seeing for some of you also this is the reason why. For some of you, you felt like you were being too passive of an observer in your life. You felt like nothing was happening. You're constantly in this rest mode. Well, you know what? If you're resting, quote unquote, in 2020, consider yourself one of the luckies, because the truth is that a lot of people are not having that experience. They're not. They're having their worst life under COVID. But I feel that because you felt that, oh my God, all the actions out there, I'm not doing anything, I'm not being appreciated where I am, and I'm da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, she's here in this nest, and so what happens is, boom, you try to go straight from Four of Swords, resting and meditation, into the Chariot card. How do you go from 0 to 60? And because of that, it's brought you pain. Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. I'm seeing a lot of you coming back with some, look at this, yeah, coming back. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, they're saying retreating. So please, guys, the retreat sometimes is not so fun. But I do have to say, I feel some good news for you, Leo. You didn't get as far as you thought you were. Let's say you packed your bags. The image I'm getting is you packing your bags. Thank you, Spirit. You packed your bags and you're like, that's it. I'm out of here. Dear John, here's my letter. Boom, bye. But then, you start, before you get off the property, you start to see, oh my God, it's sprinkling. I wonder if it's going to rain later. Ooh, was that a chill? Oh, this place looks so dirty out there. What is it? Oh, only the bus is here? Oh my God. And suddenly you start to be like, what am I doing? And luckily you have not left the front lawn yet. So the good news is that yes, some of you might be wondering, have I burned my bridges? I have to say emphatically, and your guides are adding the word emphatically, no, you have not. So you march your butt right back where you came from and stop acting the damn fool. Love you. Okay, love you. But you know, if your guides are coming through, they coming through. And they don't care. All right. So the point is, phew, right? Oh, that was crazy. Now you can go back inside, grab a glass of wine, and well, this is water, but grab a glass of wine, call your best friend and be like, oh girl, do you believe what I thought? I thought I was leaving my man. What was I thinking? Oh, he's actually, no, he's good. I don't think he even noticed. He's out in the living room watching football or whatever guys do these days. I don't know, because I'm single. Anyway, the point is, Spirit is saying, listen, get back in. Where are you going? Get back in, okay? Now, let's take a look at some energies. Call of the Muse, the Uncharted Sea, Earth, Magic. Hello. Listen. What did we just talk about? Call of the Muse. Oh my God, I could be totally out there living my best life. The Uncharted Sea. Okay, all right. Well, I had the map here. And Six of Swords, moving on to something better. Okay, wait, which way was... Wait, what? 6 and 4, 10, completion energy. Listen, let me get grounded. What the hell was I thinking about? 1, coming back to where you were. Get grounded. This is clearly saying, and listen, I want to point out to you that this is about looking at the energies once Saturn goes direct, today actually, and into the rest of the year. So this is going to be playing out for the rest of the year. What part are you at? Are you still in this place where you're feeling the call of the Muse? You're being called out? You want to go somewhere? Or have you started to realize, wait a minute, I'm lost. What am I doing? Which way was up? Wait, the bus is coming when? Every 30 minutes? No, I can't do that. Or are you over here? Listen, I'm back. Oh, yeah, no, I just stepped out for a second. No one noticed. Okay. Wherever you are, this looks like your trajectory. Advice. Oh, stop dragging. Sorry, Leo. I love you, but you know, look, I get a perverse pleasure from seeing people dragged in these readings. And when I say people, I mean me. For once, it's not me. Learn from the past, okay? And don't you ever do that again. Overcome any obstacles. I am seeing, Leo, some really nice energies coming in for you in the winter. Winter? But fall just started. Can I get to winter? Now, I'm literally seeing happy home life. It's giving me real 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles energy. It's almost like you're going to be seriously booed up. Not all of you will have your boo, but some of you will be booed up with somebody, most likely the same person you were trying to run from, and snuggling, just hardcore snuggling, all in love again, and remembering to yourself, oh my God, remember back in like September and October or whatever when I tried to leave? Like, what was I thinking? Nobody leaves around the holidays. At least ride it out, you know? So that's kind of where you're going to be feeling. So now let's look at this overcome any obstacle card. So a lot of the other signs might be like, whatever, why was ours so hard? And Leo's, they did this, and then they didn't even get a slap on the wrist. And that's because we don't know what Leo has been going through. This is a lesson, Leo. And you know the lesson. Everybody say it with me. The grass is not always greener, period. With a T, okay? It's not always greener. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. I'm getting a very medical feeling here for somebody here. For somebody here, you felt unsupported by your significant other, or maybe even your company when it comes to medical related stuff. Maybe you ended up getting sick. Maybe you thought you were getting sick, whatever it was, and you felt like this person doesn't support me, and you kind of got in your head about it, and maybe on some level you may have been kind of correct. But I'm feeling that sometimes it's not because people don't support you. That's a little bit oversimplified. Sometimes it's that they're not taking actions that are supportive of you in that moment because Maybe they're incapable of feeling their emotions. Maybe they are still learning to open up to you, Maybe they got scared, whatever it is. And now we don't need to get into this place where we're always giving other people excuses, especially giving like a lover excuses when they need to just pump with it, right? But sometimes we have to recognize when someone is not in the space and they don't have the capacity to do that. Now, I'm a woman and I can only speak for women, okay? But women, we have this way where we want our guy to be batting 100. Hey, you need to give me 100, like what's going on? But then we want 100% of that person's attention, and when they don't give it to us and they only give 40%, we're like, dude, you don't like me, you don't love me, why am I wasting my time? I can go somewhere else. But really, when you're in that mature femininity and you're doing for yourself and you're really taking care of your own needs, you're doing your shadow work, sometimes you get to a place where you realize, oh my gosh, this man doesn't have the capacity to give 100% because he's busy, he might have kids, he's got an ailing grandparent, he's sick, he just needs rest. He only has, after he's all done with all of that, he only has 40% to give. So wow, of what he is able to give, I'm getting that. So you have to adjust yourself a bit. And I do feel that Leo, they're giving me the words Aries, fiery nation. They're saying I think this is like a fire thing, okay? So there's a little overlap coming here with the Aries, and they're not touching on Sag yet. Sag, I feel so different compared to the others in many ways, but you know, they still there. Anyway, so Spirit is saying you have to make the adjustments. You got to keep it real. Keep that 100, because what happens is that you end up burning your own bridges. You create your own towers. And then it's weird because at times when Spirit is like, leave that person, we're struggling to hold on to them. But then other times when Spirit is like, hey, acknowledge that person, they're a good person, just give them time to heal, give them time to come to terms, give them time to get over the last person, whatever it is, then we're like, I'm out of here. And so they're bringing us back to Aries. So Aries, maybe you've been dealing with something like this as well, okay? Spirit is bringing us all back to this idea of surrendering to the time frame of things. And when we come to Leo, we also have this idea of needing to surrender to the circumstances. This is not going to be forever. It's temporary. I could feel a collective sigh of relief for you Leo watchers when I just said that. This is not, whatever your situation is, not permanent. It's temporary. Look, it's probably going to be done by the end of the year. You know, look, we felt full-on snugglings in the winter. And even if you're not dealing with a romantic situation and you're talking about a company, in the winter, you're going to be sitting pretty with whatever is going on, right? And so let's just be mindful of that, all right? Let's look at the last card for you. I'm getting a very shop-oriented energy here, like a shop, what do you call it? Shop tenant? No, why can I never remember that word? Shop attendant. Okay, I promise I'm educated, okay? Store attendant, yeah. Unknown, unknown. This is a reminder to you, Leo. Look, it's even green. Sometimes just because you don't know what's out there, well, when you don't know what's out there, that means that you have to be very careful, because what you project onto that unknown makes all the difference if you don't have the ability within yourself to self-regulate. What that means is, oh my gosh, I feel unsatisfied, but I don't realize that my satisfaction doesn't come from outside of me, it comes from inside of me. So I'm going to project it outside, and I'm unsatisfied, and I'm going to get mad at the people in my life for not making me satisfied. So I'm going to get out of here because I deserve better, and it's just a snowball effect. So if you're watching this video, regardless of whether you have Leo in your chart, and if this resonates for you, please be mindful that the lesson that you're going through here and here on out has been all about you needing to look on the inside and remember you are the source of your own pain and your own pleasure in many, 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 many ways, as controversial as that sounds, okay? So please be mindful, and that's your special lesson for Saturn. Saturn probably comes with many lessons, right? But we looked at Aries, and Aries, right, was all about needing to become grounded so that they can remember who they are and what they came here for, to connect so that they can be in service to society, because they're giving birth to something, all right? And Leo, you're being asked to recognize yourself as your source of satisfaction, so that you don't get yourself into a pickle like this again. Okay, now notice that they're super cute and they just channeled the word pickle, because we're like, wait a minute, pickle's a really cute word, but this seems like a big deal. Why would they use pickle? Because you got lucky, that's why. You didn't walk out and the door slammed behind you. You walked out, maybe people didn't notice you were gone, and they're going to bring you back into the fold. It was like you never left. Okay, amen. So anyway, 40 minutes. Okay, great. That's perfect timing to hit our last one, the very regal Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, if you're in this energy here right now, if you're part of this collective, you're feeling a little bit standoffish, in my opinion, to your fire patriots, your fire compadres. And there's a sense of regal energy around you. We usually think of the Leo as the regal one, and I have to be honest, as an Aries, we usually think about the Aries as the brute or the bull in the china shop. But you know, a lot of times you don't understand who you are, Sagittarius. We think of you as the whatever backpacker. I'm just gonna take my backpack and like my sneakers and my toothbrush and just go backpacking the world. I'm married, it's okay, but still love you, right? We think that about Sagittarians, but this stream of Sagittarius that I'm picking up on is very regal. I have to say that it feels very royal, it feels very regal. And I feel like look, guys, I'm feeling resistance energy. They're trying to keep themselves secret. Listen, we are bringing you in. There are no secrets on this table. Oh God, who this? Who this? Three of Swords. Oh God, Eight of Cups walking away. Oh dear. What do you guys think this is? I don't know. Is it a 4? Oh, okay, no. Okay, what's that? A 4 of what? Two of Wands. Wow. Let's take a look. No wonder. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you're coming through with some really masculine energies right now. I'm getting this idea of a business tycoon or somebody who's very well-to-do, almost like a King of Pentacles energy. It doesn't have to be male, but I'm feeling that you come from a very royal or regal or upstanding, integrous kind of place. You may or may not have been in your integrity in this connection, but I'm seeing Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Two of Wands. This is giving me this idea of heartbreak, walking away from something that once brought you joy. And then Two of Wands, this is about you. There's a kind of an energy of waiting, but also planning. You haven't quite made your plan yet because you're still waiting to be inspired. Now, why do I like what I'm seeing? I like what I'm seeing because in the year 2020, as always, you're supposed to be feeling your pain. But I feel that right now you're in your mental space in a sense, like you've been feeling the pain, but you're like, okay, now how can I make this work for me? Excellent. All right. Now I see that you've recognized that something is no longer giving you the joy. It's probably dying as we speak. There are little embers going on out there, but you've been burned. I'm feeling it, but you're moving on. Look. Why? This is the beautiful thing, because you finally identified what makes you happy, what brings you in fulfillment. The word that they wanted to say was entitlement. You heard how I paused? What brings you entitlement? Now, interestingly, why are they saying entitlement? They make it seem like you've been deprived of something. Have you? It almost gives me this feeling of like, hey, I'm a rich guy. I'm so rich. Now, it doesn't have to be money. It could be, hey, I'm a great guy. I'm an amazing guy, you know. Look, I have my, I have my stuff together, and why am I with this person who doesn't recognize it? Hold on, I'm educated. This person never once talks about it, or engages me in that way, or says, congratulations, you did this, you accomplished that. Hey, I can play this instrument. This person never once wanted to listen to it. I would play it, and they wouldn't even care less. You know, it's like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be living the life of a king, but I'm here in the muck and mire. What's going on? You're starting to realize that your emotional fulfillment is somewhere else. Now the question is, what's going to bring you that emotional fulfillment, or what's characterizing that emotional fulfillment? For some of you, it's money, but I was going to say the fabric of that emotional fulfillment is looking into the eyes of somebody who can appreciate your brand of beauty, whatever it is that you have done. If you come home and said, hey, I had the best corn chowder soup today, that person's like, boo, don't even tell me about it. We need to go straight to the supermarket. We need to look this up. You tell me what was in there. I'm going to make this for you, and you're going to love what you get. This person is trying to top your experience because they want you to be happy, right? You say, hey, I just saw something today, and they're like all eyes. They're all eyes, they're all ears. They're like, tell me about it. I want to know about it. I want to know what makes you happy. You just graduated. They're like, oh my God, I love your intelligence. I'm so proud of what you were able to do. You know, you make me proud. A lot of people out there would love to be doing what you're doing, and unfortunately they don't have the time and they don't have the circumstances. I love that you were able to make that work for you. You see, this is what you're missing. And so you finally realize, why am I living like a pauper when I should be living like a king or queen, right? And so notice how you're getting close to that sun. The sun is now here. Look, she's cut her hair, she's cleaned up, right? Sagittarius, that's you. But I'm telling you, this Two of Wands, which is all about this planning, right, is giving me Three of Wands vibes. In fact, look, Three of Wands. It's giving me Three of Wands because you haven't quite gotten the plan. You're still waiting for something. When you grab this other stick, you're going to know what it is. Now, I'm kind of getting the vibes, TBH, to be honest, that you're waiting for somebody else. Now, you may be like, what are you talking about? Like, I just got out of this. Yeah, I'm talking about someone new. Because look, 3 and 8, that's 11. That's partnership. That's alignment. Look at the 2 right here, right? And you haven't picked up that yet. So it's like you're not home yet. You're not quite where you need to be as yet. You're on there and you're in such a good place. Now, what's going to bring you this emotional fulfillment is the very thing that you left for. And you're going to know it when you see it. So you're not quite, if you've been like, I'm not home, I don't feel home, that's because you haven't met the person yet. I do feel for a lot of you, this thing is going to come in the form of a person. Let's look at these cards here. One of them came up reversed. Oh my God, it says beyond the ordinary. But I'm like, why is it reversed? Because they're saying it's a surprise. I love surprises. Just as I said that it was 46 minutes and 46 seconds. Oh my God, 4 and 6 is 10. In other words, 10, 10. We're talking about 2 completed people. Speaking of 2, look at this, land between. One person's on one side, the other person's on the other side. When will you guys meet in the middle? Look at this. Wow, a burst of magic and then surprise. Okay, I'm not, oh, they said it's okay. Okay, yes. I was like, can I turn it over yet? All right, look at that. Now I'm seeing the surprise here as being that you need to recognize first that home is within yourself. And once you see that home is within yourself, you will be able to see the home in the other person. The problem with your past relationships, this is turning into a relationship reading. Some of you are the actual Sagittarian and some of you are cross-watching hard AF, okay? I feel it. Now, and again, cross-watching means you're watching for someone who is a Sagittarius, okay? But I'm getting that the issue here is that you've been trying to look for home, that feeling of emotional fulfillment within partners who just were not caring about you. If they were in your home, they'd be, you know, stomping on there with muddy boots. They didn't care. And so you had to get to a point where you're like, I care. I care that I had these accomplishments. I care that I'm this. I care that I'm that. And because I care, I realize now that I don't want to be with someone who's going to minimize me, or even worse, not even acknowledge me, right? And so and I feel that you're at a 9 right now, you're really, really almost there. And that's why this is still kind of like, because the surprise is coming. The surprise is that yes, you're going to find this person. Like, who's this? Oh my God, it's that person. Look at how he has the stars here, and then look at the stars there. And look, these little white, I'm like, what are those called? Sparkles around this person's head. Look at the sparkles around his head. So the surprise is partly going to be who this person is, but it's also going to be like, oh, that's what I was missing. I was missing that reflection within myself. When I finally gathered my wits about me and I loved myself enough and I said, hey, I may not have been what this person wanted, but you know what? Damn it, I'm good. I'm awesome. I'm a catch. And I know that there are countless other peoples who would love to take this person's place. Now, yes, they may live around the world and I may never see them. Just kidding. Don't start down that path. Let's assume they're in your city or somewhere in your country, right? Right? But you tell yourself that. And the minute you realize it, you're like, what the hell was I doing? Wasting my time. I'm a king. I don't live with paupers. Plain and simple. Sometimes paucity is just a state of mind. Okay, it really is. Yes, go ahead, look that up, paucity. Sorry. I cracked myself up. Anyway, so this is what I'm seeing. I do feel that you finally are getting into this place of self-worth. You're leaving behind something that was very hard, but you know what? You're leaving it behind finally because you get it. You get the truth. And the truth is, this thing just wasn't good enough for me. I'm better than that. And that, my dears, is all that you needed to find out. The minute you find that out, boom, two worlds come together, you meet in the middle, magic happens, the person appears. Maybe the person was there and it just, you never clicked because you weren't in the right frame of mind, whatever, right? And it's just awareness. And the winning here is not in the fact that you got this amazing partner. The winning is that, oopsies, I got this partner, but mostly I got myself. And I learned a lesson that I'll never forget. And that's that I'm better than receiving peanuts. Now, take a look at this. I love this. Oh, wait. Where was your... Did I not pull a power card for you guys? Oh. I did? I didn't. Okay, anyway, so we'll get you a power card in a second, guys. I just want to point out also that Sagittarians, I was feeling, like I said, that regal, royal energy. I still feel it. I feel that your energy is more relaxed now, but I felt a lot of secrecy there, like discretion. It's almost like you're a private person, okay? Whoever you are, you may be a private person, and it's just, that's just how your energy was feeling, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Be fearless and bold. Love is all around, okay? I love these two cards. Look at this. What this is saying is that I think this is a commentary on why it is that you, Sagittarius, stayed in the connection that you were in before. You stayed in the connection that you were in before because you were afraid that you would go out and truly look for what was good for you and not be able to find it. So this is the S word. Let's say together, all fire signs, because we all do it at one point in our life. Settling, okay? Don't settle for less. Again, you could be the Sagittarius or you could be the cross watcher. You will know which one you are because this person that I'm describing is the one who was invested in the connection and the other person was not, okay? They were just like, meh, you're whatever. How do you treat royalty like they're whatever? Of course, look, we know that in real life royalty, a lot of them don't deserve the title, but anyway, but in this case, we know when you see somebody, title or no title, when they carry themselves like a queen or they carry themselves like a king, these are people who have within them a stature that is just very integritous, okay? And this is the kind of person I'm reading for, and you guys will know who you are, all right? Now, the problem that you've been dealing with, that your Saturn has been telling you this whole year, is stop settling for things that are beneath you. Stop going where people don't recognize your greatness. And the fact is that it's not that people don't recognize your greatness, it's that you didn't recognize your greatness and you weren't willing to fight for it. In other words, you weren't willing to leave somebody for it if they didn't recognize it. And because of that, you kept bringing and allowing in people that were not able to recognize it, but not even were not able, they just were unwilling, you know? Anyway, so Sag, God bless you. Now, let me go ahead and pull a power card for you. Where's your... Oh, wait a minute. Am I crazy? A little bit, but... Oh, no. Okay. All right, let's pull one. Wow, real-time chef. All right, let's see. Oh, I knew it was this card. Stop. I saw it and I was like, oh, oopsies, I passed over it. And then, what is this? First of all, let's look. This is freedom. Oh, some of you have been really living in some harsh and restrictive conditions. Like, oh, it's like, wow, this person did not, oh, this is playing small. This person did not recognize you at all. And it's like you were pushed down and playing small, and now it's like, ah. Let's see what it says. Force. Yeah, you gotta be the force. Psh, get out of my way. If you can't recognize me, get out, right? So Spirit is saying, basically, if you ever in your life come into a situation where you are living beneath king and queen status, you need to get out with the force of your teeth and nails and everything. That is the lesson that Saturn is teaching you this whole year. Okay, so if you haven't learned that lesson yet, you better work it out in the next 3 months, because if not, next year ain't gonna be fun. Next year, particularly August, is not gonna be fun for you. Oh, August. Yeah, no, guys, be careful on that one. All right. Oh, they're pulling a joint over here, a joint, what do you call it? Bridge over to Leo, because August is also Leo season, okay? So they're saying, wear your crown. Aries is like, come on, what about us? Why can't we be queens and kings, okay? I guess we are, but we're the lesser nobility. We're the warrior class. And I say we, but I am like, I don't know if I could pass for a good Aries sometimes. Anyway, so stop settling, okay? All right, so to wrap up, we just took a look at the fire signs and what we could expect once Saturn goes direct on September 29th, that's today, God bless, and into the rest of the year. I've already done the water signs, so please feel free to go check that out. That's already uploaded. And I'm going to be doing Earth next. Yeah, I'm going to do Earth next. And Aries people, get grounded, stop going crazy. Get grounded, step into your warrior nature so that you can get on service, get into service and do what it is that you came here to do. All right? If you don't do it, Saturn is going to force you, and it's going to really suck. All right? Leos, stop thinking the grass is greener elsewhere, okay? Guess what? You are the only people who are responsible for your own happiness, your own satisfaction. So stop projecting onto other people. You got lucky this time, Leo. You got real lucky in 2020 when it comes to whatever this situation is. I know some of you are like, actually, no. Okay, then maybe this isn't your collective, because there are other readers who are talking to Leo. But if you found yourself here and the boot fits, it's for you. You have to open up and see how it applies. Okay, lucky. All right. And Sag, God bless you. Very royal energy coming through. And look at the cards. Look at, I can't explain it, but like it feels very, look at like it, so do you know what the word is? Thank you guys. Refined. This is a refined set of people here. Now, I don't care if you're the Sagittarius or not. If you came in here and you're just a plain old Taurus and you're just watching this and you're like, I was just watching, but that sounds like me. That's your energy, okay? I just literally put a label on these videos so that people can kind of look, but you'll always find what's meant for you. So this right here is a very refined energy. You see how it's like even like a little further away, okay? Anyway, bless all of you guys. If you'd like a personal reading from me, please do check the description box below if you are on YouTube. And if you're on my Instagram page, at Awakening All You Lightworkers, then you'll find my Linktree app in the Linktree app. What am I saying? Linktree link in the bio box. And from there, you can check my Etsy shop and all that good stuff. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.